think Bisping actually did an interview with Damon Martin today that I saw, where he said that, listen, he's physically fine, even though he got choked out. He was a little roughed up in that fight. He feels physically fine, but as as much as pain is that physical pain, it was the mental and emotional pain that came from it. He wants to wipe that bad taste out of his mouth. He wants to get back in there. He's a fighter. Who knows how much time he has left? I mean, he said that that could have been his retirement fight. So, I mean, at this point in his career, I think he's just like, I'm a fighter. That's what he's known for. He's a warrior, so he's going to step back in there, go with Gastelum, and that's, hey, you lose Anderson Silva, you put in Michael Bisping. I mean, that's still a marquee main event in Shanghai UFC Fight Pass. I'm excited for it.
Do you think maybe the fact that Anderson Silva got suspended and kicked off the card by USADA, and Bisping's gone after all the drug failures in the past, maybe this is a kind of a way to stick it to him, and I'm taking this fight now?
Potentially. I mean, I would not put that past Michael Bisping, but no, I think it's just an opportunity to get that taste out of it. Listen, Michael Bisping had won 5 in a row before GSP. He got used to winning. I mean, this is a guy that literally bolstered his resume so much in the last 2 years before that GSP fight that many can make an argument for him to be the greatest middleweight of all time. And to go in there against Kelvin Gastelum on short notice, I mean, literally, for as much of a villain as this guy is known to be, I mean, he just becomes more of I think we're going to appreciate him more down the line because of things like this, because he does it the right way, he trains the right way, he fights the right way, he was the champion, and he's just he's a warrior.
If history is any indication, I mean, we saw what he was able to do against Luke Rockhold. No one thought that he would be able to win coming in on 2 weeks' notice when Weidman got hurt. Do you think that maybe having short notice can be better for some fighters and might be better for Bisping rather than having the advance notice and having to do the media business and having almost too much time on his hands, being over-prepared?
I definitely think so. I think it's a benefit for him. He said that he never felt better before a fight than in that Luke Rockhold fight because he didn't have time to get in his own head. I mean, you talk about an 8 to 12 week training camp. All you're doing is thinking about one man or one woman that you're going to fight in 2 to 3 months every day of your life. It's consuming. So to kind of trade in about 5 to 7 of those weeks and to fast forward the process for a guy that like Bisping, who has so much experience, he's been here before. I think it's a benefit for him, and I think I plan to see the best version of Bisping in that octagon against Gastelum.
I also think it's a no-lose situation for him. If he loses this fight, he has an insurance policy. He only fought in 3 weeks rest. If he wins this fight, everyone's like, wow, can you believe this guy? He just lost to GSP in a brawl, and he comes out 3 weeks later, goes all the way to Shanghai, and he gets a win against a pretty decent opponent, Kelvin Gastelum. So it's a no-lose situation, I think, for him. So